Every time before working overtime, my fiancé Ethan would ask me to bring him a specific box of coffee. On the 99th delivery, I accidentally dropped it, revealing small packaged items inside. My breath hitched as my mind went blank. Instead of coffee pods, the box contained assorted flavored condoms. Ethan's seductive panting echoed from his office. "Why'd you stop? I need Emma to personally deliver my supplies. It energizes me," a woman's voice purred. "Besides, wouldn't want you getting pregnant from all those unreasonable demands you keep making. You still love her, don't you?" "Of course. My heart belongs only to Emma. You merely get my body." Through the door crack, I watched my oath-bound fiancé entangled with Lily. With trembling hands, I removed my engagement ring and threw it into the trash, 7 years obliterated in 7 seconds. My phone rang as I exited the building. "Emma, where's my coffee? I'm desperate here." Ethan's voice dripped with false exhaustion. Fresh rage surged. He was undoubtedly sprawled across his desk with Lily while demanding I deliver their sex supplies. "Must you have it tonight? It's routine. Hurry up." Returning to the office, I found Ethan impeccably suited behind his desk. Gold-rimmed glasses perched on his nose. Only the fresh hickey betrayed him. Lily sat primly across from him, files in hand. "Frequent coffee consumption harms your health," I said, feigning disposal of the box. He snatched it like a starving man grabbing bread. "I need this to manage the company. You know I can't focus otherwise." His old refrain now curdled my stomach. "Ethan, do you love me? Don't be silly. You're my everything." His kiss landed on my cheek as Lily's knuckles whitened around her pen. After I left, their restraint shattered. Through the door came the sounds of Lily slamming Ethan against walls and frenzied kissing. I fled until my lungs burned, collapsing in some nameless alley. At the bar that night, I drowned in whiskey while replaying memories. Ethan chasing me through college, swearing eternal fidelity during our engagement, vowing to rather die than betray me. Each recalled promise now tasted like poison. The next afternoon, my phone showed 100 missed calls. "Ethan, why are you still calling? You already have another woman by your side." This was the first time I ignored his calls and directly powered off my phone. As I stepped out of the hotel, a police car pulled up in front of me. Officers visibly relaxed upon seeing me. "Quick! Call Ethan back. Tell him we've found Emma," one said. I later learned Ethan had panicked when I didn't return overnight, filing a missing persons report and launching a city-wide search. When he arrived, his anxious eyes swept over me before crushing me against his chest. "Emma, where were you? No calls." Not coming home. I was terrified. His trembling hands cradled my face as if I were some fragile treasure. Yet last night's betrayal burned fresh in my memory. Ethan and Lily's entangled bodies, their muffled laughter. I pushed him away. He froze. "What's wrong? You smell like alcohol." "A friend's birthday." I lied. "Got carried away with drinks." Ethan insisted on making me hangover soup himself, feeding me spoonfuls at our kitchen island. "I'm sorry for neglecting you lately," he murmured, lips brushing my temple. "The beach house will be ready in 3 days. Let's have our engagement party there." I nodded numbly. His phone rang. He always answered openly. Our no secrets rule. But this time, my ears caught the breathy voice through the receiver. "Ethan, you drained me last night. My panties are ruined. Bring me new ones. And put them on me yourself." Ethan's breathing hitched, eyes darting to gauge my reaction. Finding me calmly sipping soup, he relaxed. "The documents?" "Second cabinet in the office," he said gruffly. Their practiced deception turned my stomach. How many times had they done this? "Come now." Lily purred. "I'm rested." Ethan's throat worked. "Can't find it? Fine. I'm coming." My mug shattered on the floor. Each glittering shard mirrored our broken trust. He called housekeeping, grabbed his briefcase and favorite coffee blend. Wait for me, Emma. But I knew. He'd be gone for days. Sating his addiction. Alone. I began dismantling our life. The orphan who'd finally trusted love now packed her resignation letter. For Ethan. I'd abandoned my Ivy League scholarship. Now his betrayal slapped me awake. Love shouldn't taste this bitter. Not long after sending the message, his call came through. Emma. Why did you resign? Your performance warranted a promotion. Had things been different, I'd have excitedly called Ethan upon hearing this to tell him I was becoming stronger, worthy of walking beside him. Now I only chuckled bitterly. Personal reasons. I'm leaving the city. After ending the call, I began packing mementos, handwritten love letters Ethan had insisted on composing with ink rather than text to properly convey his sincerity. I lit them one by one in the garden until ashes swirled like dead fireflies. Lily's text arrived as the last ember died. Emma. If you're frigid, just say so. I know an excellent intimacy specialist. Before I could retort, she sent a video. Against better judgment. I clicked. There was Ethan, usually aloof, now unrestrained under Lily's guidance. See? Her follow-up message gloated. Either you're broken or he's mine now. Do us all a favor and vanish. I saved the evidence numbly. Suddenly, searing pain gripped my stomach. At the ER, passing the OB/GYN wing, I froze at Lily's tearful whimper, stopped squirming, peering through the door crack. I found them entangled skin on skin as nurses scolded. You've literally glued yourselves together. Shut up and fix this. Lily snapped. I'm paying premium rates. Not for commentary. My knees buckled. I stumbled backward into the wall, fleeing before remembering my original agony. The night before our scheduled move into the renovated beach house, Ethan returned glowing, Lily's nourishment evident beneath his feigned exhaustion. Work's finally settled. Darling. He sighed, leaning on me. Rushed back straight after wrapping up. Touched? Repulsion coiled in my throat. When he moved to kiss me, I turned away. Go shower. You reek. I swallowed the rest, granting hollow dignity. He mistook my revulsion for pouting. Don't sulk. I'm here now, aren't I? Tomorrow's our engagement party. Wait till you see the villa decorations. Next morning, the coastal property revealed its betrayal. My minimalist blueprints had been replaced by gilded excess. Lily's gaudy taste imprinted everywhere. I stared hollowly at Ethan's beaming face. Anything for you, sweetheart. He kissed my hand, oblivious. I'd pluck stars from the sky if you wished. His love vows now curdled in the air like spoiled milk. At that moment, Ethan's friends approached with Lily lingering nearby, her eyes gleaming with triumph as she stared at me. Ethan led me to greet his circle, though their thinly veiled contempt and smirks betrayed their awareness of the affair between him and Lily. They all thought me a fool. As Lily brushed her hand suggestively against Ethan's thigh, he stiffened and shot her a warning glare that clearly said, "Not here. Not in front of Emma." The pair soon excused themselves, abandoning me to their friends' muffled laughter. Damn. Ethan's wild, playing both sides like that. Pathetic. She's practically wearing a neon cheated on sign and still clueless. What can she do? He's the CEO. She'll swallow anything for that money. The gala Ethan had thrown was extravagant, filled with society's elite. Yet this engagement party meant to celebrate us left me hollow. With time running short, I went to bid him farewell, only to stumble upon Lily's voice in the garden. Careful. I'm carrying your baby. Mine? Obviously. We never used protection last time. But if Emma finds out, she won't. Don't get ideas about replacing her. Once the child's born, we're done. My knees buckled. Ethan couldn't even grant me a proper goodbye. Shattered. I retrieved my pre-packed suitcase from the car and fled in a rideshare without glancing back. Meanwhile, Ethan hastily straightened his tuxedo after their tryst. Don't contact me. I've neglected Emma too long because of you. Though Lily seethed, she dared not protest. Panicked when he couldn't find me, Ethan nearly collided with my former boss. Mr. Clark? Wasn't tonight your engagement to Emma? Strange, she resigned hours ago. Said she's leaving the country. Ethan paled. Impossible. She'd never. Sir. Bodyguards rushed over. Security footage shows a mess. Hayes left over an hour ago. Track her. If anything happens to her, you're all fired. Lily intercepted him at the exit. Stay. Since Emma's gone, announce our engagement instead. Enough. Ethan snarled. You were never more than a distraction. The only woman I love is Emma Hayes. Shoving past her, he sped toward our home, now just an empty shell where my suitcase had waited for this exact betrayal. When Ethan returned home and found the house eerily quiet, an inexplicable panic gripped him. Normally, I would have been waiting in the living room at this hour. His trembling hands checked every room, bathrooms, garden, but found no trace of me. Even his calls went unanswered, until he spotted my phone vibrating on the coffee table. The screen lit up with Lily's venomous texts, taunts about their secret affair, screenshots of flirtatious exchanges, and finally a video thumbnail that turned his knuckles white. The footage of their drunken hotel encounter played out like a horror film, the phone clattering to marble floors as his legs gave way. Emma! His choked whisper echoed through empty halls. Security cameras showed her leaving for the airport hours earlier, carrying only a passport. Their sacred vow flashed through his mind, the promise she'd vanish forever if betrayed. Memories ambushed him, Emma's vulnerable smile during their moonlit proposal, her trembling voice asking, "Will you love me forever, Ethan?" How arrogantly he'd believed his double life undetectable. Tires screeched outside Lily's mansion where celebration banners still hung. The socialite barely had time to smirk before Ethan's dress shoe connected with her ribs. "You psychotic bitch!" he roared, looming over her crumpled form. "You knew she'd rather die than be second choice." Lily spat bloodied laughter. "That pathetic orphan? You'll never find her now." Her manicured finger traced his shaking jaw. "Face it, darling, you're stuck with me." But Ethan was already sprinting to his car, dialing airport contacts. Somewhere over the Atlantic, Emma stared at her reflection in a plane window, fingertips brushing the childhood locket containing their wedding photo. The cabin lights dimmed as New York's skyline disappeared beneath clouds. 2,000 miles of ocean sealing her fractured heart. It seemed if she kept talking, Ethan would snap her neck. He hurled my phone at Lily. "Anything else to say?" His voice was icy. "I warned everyone, anyone who dares harm Emma behind my back will face my wrath." When Lily saw the messages on the screen, her face drained of color. She never imagined I'd forward our entire chat history to Ethan before leaving. Panicking, she crawled toward him, clutching his leg. "Ethan, please. For our years together, for our baby. Get off." His slap echoed across the room. "Baby? I'll have that problem taken care of today. As for you?" His laugh chilled the air. "You'll wish for death long before my men finish with you." Security dragged her away screaming. Ethan turned to his assistant. Jaw tight. "Blank check authorization. Find Emma. Now." The Mediterranean breeze carried salt and freedom. My canceled flight had been a blessing. This month-long cruise through glacial fjords and sapphire coves healed wounds I'd thought permanent. Sunset painted the waves gold as gulls circled a distant lighthouse. Birds find their nests. But where's home for the rootless? I murmured, tracing the horizon where Shanghai's skyline once lived in my memories. 3 years changes everything. London's rain pattered against the flower shop awning as I selected roses. The coffee cup shattered before I recognized the voice. Emma. Ethan stood frozen, liquid dripping from trembling fingers. When I turned to leave, he lunged, crushing me against his soaked shirt. "It's really you." His whisper cracked. "I've searched every." I stepped back, eyeing the hollows under his eyes. The man who'd once dominated boardrooms now looked like he hadn't slept in weeks. "Mr. Clark." My tone could frost windows. His hands hovered midair. "I know about the miscarriages. The threats Lily made. All of it." Desperation bled through his rehearsed speech. "You shouldn't have suffered alone." I laughed, a sharp, foreign sound. "Suffered?" "I took a cruise. Earned my design certification. Lived." Plucking a rose from my bouquet, I tucked it behind his ear. "Your drama's outdated, Ethan. Find better writers." The doorbell jingled as I left him standing in the rain, petals falling at his Gucci loafers. "So, did you look back?" "Yes. I already know I was wrong. If I hadn't exposed your dirty secrets before leaving, would you have looked back?" Even after I caught him red-handed in his lies, Ethan offered no explanation. His eyes were filled with tears, but beneath them was a face weathered by exhaustion. I didn't spare him another glance. Stepping around him to leave, Ethan grabbed my arm as I turned. He wanted to beg me to stay. "Let go. There's nothing left between us. I know your ambitions are endless, and you've always been infatuated with Lily. I've already stepped aside for you both. What more do you want?" I shook him off. Desperation finally cracked his composure. He knew if he didn't act now, he'd lose me forever. "No. I won't let go. You're the only one I love. Lily was just a distraction. Work stress got to me, and she was an outlet. That's all." His casual tone made my stomach churn. "There are countless ways to cope with stress. You chose betrayal. Ethan, do you even have a moral compass? If I'd secretly slept with another man during my darkest days, then demanded you understand and not be angry afterward, could you do it?" "Of course not," he blurted, then froze at his own hypocrisy. I laughed bitterly. "You can't. And neither can I." This time, he didn't try to stop me as I walked away, just trailed silently behind. I didn't mind. Let him follow. What he'd seen next would crush any lingering hope. At my doorstep, Ethan suddenly yelped, clutching his ankle. "Emma!" I twisted it. "It hurts. Help me inside." Before I could respond, a toddler wobbled out from the house and launched herself into my arms. "Mommy's home." I kissed her rosy cheeks. "Where's Daddy?" She pouted adorably. "Mean Mommy. Always Daddy first." Her pretend scowl melted my heart. Ethan gaped from the ground, all pretense of injury forgotten. "Emma, who is she?" I turned with my giggling daughter. "Deaf much?" "She's calling me Mommy." When did you get married? Why didn't you tell me?" "Mr. Clark. We're strangers now." "Why would I?" I nodded to my daughter. "Say hello to the gentleman, sweetheart." "Hi, Mr." She chirped. Ethan staggered back as if struck. "No. This isn't real. I won't accept." My husband, Lucas, emerged then, half American, half British, and unfairly handsome. He draped himself over my shoulders with a mock pout. "You only hug the baby. What about me?" Laughing, I wrapped one arm around his waist. "Plenty to share." Ethan watched our family embrace, tears streaming. The truth he'd tried so hard to outrun now pinned him in place, a ghost of what he'd thrown away. "Honey, where are my flowers?" I kissed Lucas's cheek. "Sorry. Something came up so I couldn't buy them. But I'm planning to plant a whole rose garden in our yard for you. You're the best. Babe." Lucas turned with a smile before noticing Ethan standing behind me. During our past relationship, I'd confided in Ethan about my history with roses and former lovers. So you must be Ethan. Mr. Clark. Let me thank you for delivering such an amazing woman into my life. Ethan stood frozen with anger, yet couldn't deny the truth in Lucas's words. He'd been the one to push me away. Emma, could we talk privately? I started refusing, but Lucas gently intervened. Go ahead, sweetheart. I'll have dinner ready when you get back. Don't stay out too late. Touched by his understanding, I nodded and led Ethan to the neighborhood cafe. You've got 1 hour. I ordered an iced Americano without looking up. Ethan's gaze never wavered from me, but I refused to meet his eyes. Emma, I know apologies mean nothing now, but I have to say it, I'm sorry. If I hadn't broken our promises, I cut him off sharply. What's the point? We can't rewrite history. I've moved on. Let the past stay buried. His lips trembled with frustration before he forced a strained smile. Then let's talk present. Are you happy here? His question hung with desperate hope. Scanning his face, I answered firmly, I've never been happier. This is home now with a loving husband. An adorable daughter. Everything I could want. Ethan, don't come looking for me again. If you truly regret anything, let me keep this peace. Just seeing you brings back memories. As I stood with my half-finished coffee, Ethan scrambled up. Leaving already? My family's waiting. I won't waste a single moment with them. The words echoed what I'd once said during our happier days. Collapsing into his chair, Ethan choked back tears while I walked away without glancing back. Approaching home, I saw Lucas cradling our daughter by the doorway. Mommy's back, she squealed. Lucas's warm smile widened as I hurried into their embrace. Welcome home. Let's eat before everything gets cold. I scooped up our daughter in one arm and linked arms with Lucas with the other. A bright smile of happiness on my face as we headed home.